So our money is targeted. So where is our money safe at? We've done videos about what we did with our cash for this week, but when it all comes down to it, what is actually the best things to do with our cash? Or what are the things that we should not be doing with our cash? Well, today's video, we're going to talk about ways that you can make sure that your money is safe. Also, we're going to talk about things that you may not need to be invested in. So I hope this video helps, and I hope it guides you with your cash. That's a big concern. Finances are a big deal. And when our finances are in turmoil, we're stressed, we're anxious, and we don't have it together, and it causes so much more issues. So let's talk some money today. What do we do with our cash, but also what do we not do with our cash? Hopefully you'll grab something out of this video that could help you. Let's jump into it. This video starts right now.
About to leave, already packing, come with me.
Boy, our money has been in the news lately between taxes, inflation, the debt ceiling. It's all about money. So we're going to jump into that today. But first, if you are new to the channel, welcome to the Max. If you'll go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, but let us know what you think about this video. Remember, if you are subscribed to our channel here and also our new channel, The Max Life, which is a little bit more day in the life vlogging, if you are subscribed to both of those, you are entered into the giveaways each and every month. We give free stuff to you and it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So check both these channels out, subscribe, and hope you like our content. Now, let's jump into the video. So this week, the SEC has been nailing a lot of cryptocurrency. It's also trying to put more regulation and bring more lawsuits against cryptocurrency. Now, am I telling you not to invest or to invest in crypto? I'm not saying that. Now, I will say this. I do think Bitcoin has a better availability and a better future than some other crypto. I'm not sponsored by any of these groups. I'm just telling you what my thoughts are. I don't know if I believe in all the kind of crap crypto, what I call crap crypto, or some of the ones that just are startups. Some of those you can make tons of money on, but to be honest with you, it just kind of scares me. But what scares me the most is not that you can invest in crypto or invest in Bitcoin. It's the fact that government is pushing so hard against it by bringing lawsuits and closing down banks that are more invested in crypto and also putting more regulation on it. So that parallel economy is now being influenced by laws and regulation. That's scary. So if you are investing in crypto or you are investing in Bitcoin, remember, nothing is safe from our government. And I hate to say that, but they're going to find ways to tax it, regulate it, or penalize it. So if you're invested in it, make sure that you are doing a little bit, not too much, and make sure that you are safe and make sure your money is on a good exchange or in a cold wallet. We've talked about cold storage wallets. I believe that's the best way to go when you're talking about Bitcoin or any crypto. But remember, there's more regulation coming on it. Do I believe in a parallel society? Do I believe in a parallel financial system? Yes. I don't know if Bitcoin or crypto is it. I'm actually going back old school and saying bartering and traditional precious metals may be a little bit better. But if you are invested in crypto or you're invested in Bitcoin, more penalties, more regulations, and more lawsuits are coming against these companies. They either is going to see more failure or more overreach. So be careful with what you're putting in there. It may bring up taxes. It's just a lot to it. So I personally have said, you know what, I'm just gonna kind of pause for a second. I don't want to invest in this right now because I want to see what the government is going to do. Their overreach scares the crap out of me, and the more that I put into this, the more I'm worried about what the government's doing. So at this point in time, I'm not buying any more crypto because it scares me to death. Just my opinion, you do what you want, but remember, government is cracking down on crypto right now. Number two, I would challenge you to always invest in real estate and land, but right now is not the time unless you find an astronomical good deal or you're paying cash for it. I actually don't mind you buying land with debt. I think that's one thing that should be okay. Not buying consumer debt, not having credit cards. Land is always going to be there in dirt, never really loses value. However, because the houses and the real estate market is pretty much in a bad way right now, and the interest levels to borrow money is crazy and banks are struggling, the last thing I'd tell you to do is just go buy a house. The housing market looks like it's going to tank over the next few weeks or months. It may not. And again, this is all opinion, no advice to you, but I don't know if this is the time to buy a house. I'd rather you sit on your money, put some cash up, and find other ways to invest your money. just in San Francisco, in a lot of these cities like San Francisco, a lot of these cities have lost billions of dollars of value when it comes to the property worth because of the way the market has been manipulated and the interest has been raised. We're in a tough time in our economy, so the last thing I want you to do is go buy a house that you can't afford, that's inflated in price still, and all of a sudden it goes way down in price and you've got a high interest rate on a house that's not worth what you've put into it. So be careful. Yes, I love real estate. Yes, I love having land. Yes, I love people buying homes and not renting homes. I think that's the American way. But right now, that's not the time. I honestly believe I'd rather you say, let's sit on our money, build it up, so that way when the market fails, when the house comes up at a good deal, and all of a sudden interest comes down, I'm ready to buy. Next, be careful on where you put your money. Everybody is maneuvering towards platforms like PayPal and Venmo, all these cash apps and all these places that you can put your money on your devices to make it easier. Well, there's studies that came out that said that your money is actually more vulnerable on some of these platforms. So just like we talked about the exchanges with Bitcoin and with crypto, you know, you've seen some problems there. I think having money on these PayPals and these Venmos, they're controlling, they manipulate your money. They have a little bit more power over you than like a bank having your money, but you need to be careful. Some of your information and some of your money may not be safe on these apps. So I don't keep any money on any of these apps. I think that is absolutely crazy. So if you're holding money through all these services, we've even seen, you know, banks not being able to pay interest rates. They have great interest rates on some of these. Sometimes when things are too good to be true, I think of like some of these Apple banks and some of these other little applications that's paying you, you know, $50 to open an account, or they're paying you major interest to open accounts. That's a little sketchy, and sometimes it's too good to be true is too good to be true. Plus the fact of vulnerability. If I'm getting a free app and they're giving me free stuff, how manipulated is my data? Am I just part of a new algorithm that they know how I spend my money? So be careful. It's another digital footprint that I think you should be cautious about. I don't keep any money on any kind of virtual platform. I think that's dangerous. And again, just my opinion, it's a bad place to put your cash. This is a pretty easy one. Yes, I have retirement accounts. Yes, I have got money in the stock market because of years and years and years of trying to build up a retirement. However, I've kind of stopped a lot of that movement. The money that's still going in there is going to a money market account because I don't know what the market's going to do. If you're in a good mutual fund that's doing great and you trust the market and you have a great broker, then trust his advice. I'm totally fine with that. I'm not a broker and I'm not giving you advice. But opinion-wise, I'm not putting any extra money into the stock market right now. It's losing value. Why do I want to take the risk, especially when everyone is telling me that there is going to be some market corrections? The economy is not doing well like some of the politicians are telling you. It's not. Look around you. So I'm not going to put my money in the market right now. If you want to, have at it. But why don't you, again, sit on some cash and be ready to maneuver it in. If you are investing or you're trying to get a match through your retirements, I challenge you just to look at a money market or some kind of CDs, but that has not got a lot of risk tied to it when it comes to the stock market. That's, again, opinion of mine. I just would not be putting my money there right now. I'd be putting in something that brings a little bit more value to the table because I don't know if I trust this time in America right now. I'm scared we're going to see a major correction. Something I believe you should be investing in is alternative energy. Now, before you turn this off, I'm not saying go buy a big solar system for $100,000 to do your house. I'm talking about just some little battery banks, maybe a small set of solar generators to charge the little battery bank. So something kind of like that. I have a Blue Eddy, I have a Pecron, I have several little battery banks. All these cities and all these states are starting to push against propane and natural gas. That's a big deal. Also, because we're not filling the gas leases, we're cutting some of those. The Biden administration is cutting some leases off and shutting some gas off. Not only that, we're seeing Saudi Arabia and OPEC slow production down. That will make any gas, petroleum, fossil fuel, anything like that go up in price, and it's going to cost you more every way to buy it. If you have a way to have alternative energy, maybe buying a little battery bank, buying a little solar system, or a way that you can simply have an alternative energy source just in case, I think it'd be well worth your investment. I personally like the Blue Eddy and I like the Pecron, but again, you don't have to buy the ones I buy. I'm just saying, look at some alternative energy source. That would actually be a good investment just for in case. Grid down scenario, crap hits the fan, or the fact that there's just no way to get petroleum. Having another way to have energy is a good thing. Last point, and I mention this every time we talk money, is precious metals. Now, everybody says precious metals don't go up in value and it's a scare tactic to push precious metals. I'm not pushing it, I'm just telling you what I'm personally doing. I'm still buying precious metals. Why? When they're telling you don't buy it, see, even the rooster's telling you buy it, but when they're telling you don't buy it, look at what the Fed is doing. Look at what all these countries like Poland, India, China, all these countries are buying more gold. They are stockpiling more gold. When all of a sudden we have a dollar crisis, or all of a sudden our stock market falls, all of a sudden anything like that happens, where do we fall back on? What is the other currency other than the dollar right now? It's still gold. It's still precious metals. So will it go up in value? I don't know. And there's been speculation saying it's going to rise and go crazy. It's going to go off the charts. No matter what, it's a good way to hedge against the loss of your money and the loss of value of assets. So buying gold is not about making money. It's about making sure that the money you have is still got worth and value, because it's a precious commodity that will bring value to your home, your household, and it's something you can pass down to your children. Try to buy it locally, try to barter some, because again, it keeps it where it's not known. I think that's a good thing to do. I buy it locally from a guy, and then I also order some. We have a link to the person we order from. It's Genesis Gold. You don't have to use that. You can use whomever you're wanting. I'm just telling you, it's a good investment still to purchase. Again, just opinion. It's my thoughts and what I would do. I know I said lastly, but I want to tie in again food. There's no rate of return on anything you're purchasing when it comes to money that's worth more this year than it was last year, other than food. What other asset, what other financial benefit have you gotten that has went up 10, 20, or 30% in value? Nothing. However, food has went up 10, 20, and 30% because of interest, or because of speculation, or because of supply chain issues. It's went up in value. So if you're eating 2020 potatoes, or you're eating 2020 canned foods, or you're eating 2020 meat, you're eating it way cheaper and more economical than what it's costing you today. So therefore, your saving money is bringing more value to your home. So with gold, with commodities, food is another great asset to purchase when everything else seems like it's going to Hades and it's a crazy situation, it's so volatile. Food's never volatile. Precious metals always holds value. Look at those options and make sure that you're not investing in junk. You're investing in the stuff that matters, and that's your family and taking care of sustainable needs that your family may need. Your independence, your freedom, your bartering capabilities, you having a parallel economy and financial option is key. And I believe gold, I believe food, and I believe other bartering goods is really where it's at. So what am I investing in? I'm investing way more in that than anything else on this list. Just my opinion, but it may be something you should be thinking about. Hopefully you will see more wisdom and find out better ways to take care of your family, having sustainability and have independence and keep your freedoms and liberties. That's what's important. So what do you buy with your money? Where do you put your cash? What do you not do with it? It's all opinions, but I think it's something to think about. Let me know what you think about this video and about some of the things I said do or not do. It's just my opinion, but I want to know what you think, because your comments helps other people make wise decisions. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Happy homestead, y'all.
Be free, be free.